All right, Colton, well, thank you for that update. Now, I told you they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and today we may not have time for 1,000, but she is going to give us a story behind her artwork. We are here with Lisabeth Curnow. Thank you for joining us for today's Artist Approach.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, well, your work is fantastic. Like I said, I know there's a story behind each and every single one of them, but you specialize in watercolor and plein air. I never heard of plein air before. Tell us what that means.
So plein air is, I believe, a French term that means out in the air.
Okay.
And I joined a group of artists who paint locally here, and we go out on Thursdays and we paint in the local areas. And since then, I have competed across the state in different competitions, painting plein air, which is, we set up outdoors and we paint the view that you see out there. And sometimes it's in the rain or bugs come to visit or what have you, but yes.
But that sounds
outdoors.
So amazing. That sounds so calming and relaxing
it's
too
great.
At the same time. Now, do you remember the very first time it is that you picked up a paintbrush? It has to be a while ago, because when I see how beautiful this artwork is, I'm sure this is something you have perfected over time.
Well, thank you for asking. I can't remember a time I wasn't an artist. I was an artist like from kindergarten, probably before that. And then luckily I had parents that both supported and encouraged my artwork. And so I've just always considered myself an artist.
That's
even
awesome.
though I've had other jobs and work outside of art.
Yeah.
I always have created art.
And that is wonderful. Isn't that great also when you have a supportive family, when you have a supportive community to not only paint with you, but encourage you. When you have those moments where, hey, you're feeling kind of down or you don't feel like you have your spark and you might have lost it. Have you ever had a moment like that?
Yes, and I had not been painting for a little while, and I took a class at LCC and met a professor there, Jim Ferguson. He was a watercolor professor, and met friends who introduced me to the Mid-Michigan Art Guild.
Yeah.
And I found a community of artists that I had never had before, and I am currently the president of the Mid-Michigan Art Guild.
Yeah.
And we have over 100 members locally of artists, and they have every medium that people can imagine they create. And we have shows and meetings.
That is awesome. Isn't that wonderful? Especially someone like you. You know what it means. You know how it feels to have somebody backing you up, supporting you in your corner. Especially when you're feeling like dropping the paintbrush for
That's
good.
right, yep.
But hey, you have somebody here to pick it up with you, and you now
Cheer you on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you could do that for so many people too.
That's what I like to do.
So like I said, there's a story behind each and every single one of these. I'm going to let you choose first. Tell me about some of the paintings you brought today.
Okay. So this painting, it's Waiting for Ben, is my dog Charlie. He was a rescue. I like to say he was a hand-me-down.
Charlie!
And my son was outside mowing the grass, and he was waiting for him to come inside. So that's my dog Charlie.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
Now tell us a little bit more about what else we have here. I like.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead.
I was going to say, this one is so colorful. This one is so beautiful. And let me tell you a story behind each and every single one of these.
Right.
What inspired
I
you?
had a solo show at the Shiawassee Art Center in Owasso last year, just about a year ago now. Yeah. And I had a sentimental journey as the theme. And so the phone that's in front of it and the little people and many other things that I thought people would have a sentimental feeling about, memories of, that they would enjoy that. So
Absolutely.
this was a challenging piece, I'll just say, because there's a lot happening there.
I was going to say, there's a lot happening here, because what is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know.
I was about to say probably like 50 people in here. But again, each of them are crafted and perfected with a single detail.
Thank you.
For each and every single one of this. And when you really look closely at this, you really see each and every single detail here.
Thank you.
Has there ever been words of wisdom or a piece of advice that you've gotten from somebody else who's a part of the guild or just someone along your journey?
I think the best part of advice I could say is always keep learning, always keeping challenging yourself so that you're improving. I think once you don't have that spark to keep trying harder or learning, I don't know where the fun is in that. I just think that always trying to learn something new is the best way to go about art.
I think so,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And as much as an expert as you are in your craft,
thank
there's
you.
always more to learn.
Agree.
There's always more to find. There's always more to discover. And again, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and you have found a way to capture those all perfectly.
Well, thank you.
All right, well, if people want to request you to make work or commission you to do work, is there any way that they can do that?
I have a Facebook page, Lisabeth Curnow, and I have an Instagram where people can reach out to me, and I do take commission jobs, so yes.
That is awesome. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us and really giving us the artist approach. Art is something that's so vulnerable, so the fact that you came here to share it with us, we really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, and we've got our information listed below, but Stick around there.